Mark here, Life and Fitness Files. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with content. Just doing a quick video here about property, living out of town, dealing with snow and winterizing. That's something that comes up. Hey, do you have to deal with a lot of crazy stuff in the winter or dealing with snow? What do you think about that? Well, it's part of living out and having some space and having some choices, but then you got to deal with that. So as you can see over my shoulder, I do have a chicken coop. I actually have a couple chicken coops. Have to set up a little bit of stuff in the winter, and I've made a little bit of a path to get to the coop so I can check for eggs, make sure they have water and food, etc. So it's something you have to deal with in the winter. You have to get a lot of stuff prepped. I have a little run over there. I put a tarp on there so that it doesn't get just filled up with snow, etc. So something you definitely have to keep in mind and deal with. Have a little outbuilding and some sheds. Some of those are going to get a little bit of snow along the edges. Got to upkeep that as well. But if you look, super beautiful. The bushes with snow on it. It is a great sight to behold. One other thing to keep in mind is that have a long driveway. So it's not super deep. I'll decide if I want to snow blow it or not, but with a long driveway comes snow blowing. If I want to upkeep that, I'm going to have to snow blow that and make sure I get that down to the gravel so it doesn't turn to ice, but I'll see how much accumulation there is. The other thing is having multiple vehicles. You have to have a place to put them, and positive of having space is you have a place to put them. The negative when it snows is that you have to figure out access to them and figure out what you're going to do to uncover them or make them accessible. So something to keep in mind. I think it's worth it. Create some work. Here's another shed. Have to make sure to keep the snow off of that. Additionally, the other part that is fun is having a little bit of a forest area to go explore. Got some fresh fallen snow here. Can go check it out. My own little forest, which I love. Very peaceful. Obviously not a lot of upkeep in the snow here, but I do get trees that fall. Have to cut those down, etc. So a few things to consider if you are looking at getting a little acreage or farmstead. When it snows, it's going to create some different challenges, shoveling, snow blowing, etc. But you can pick and choose how extensive of a job you want to do. Obviously, vehicles and access, you're going to need to figure that part out. But it's nice to have the space and give you some options. Like I said, having some chicken coops. Don't live in town. A lot of places in town don't let you have chickens. But in the winter, you have to trudge through, make a path, make sure you can get to them, take care of them, etc. But a few things to consider. Looking at getting acreage, getting a little space out of town. The other thing to keep in mind is that living on a gravel road, kind of at the whim of when they decide to plow. Right now, it's probably passable, but later on, the wind's going to pick up and can drift. And if the big plow / retainer, whatever they're called, doesn't come by, it could be drifted and be stuck. So then you have to consider getting to work, getting to the store in a case of emergency. A few things to consider. Overall, I think it's worth it. Snow creates some challenges, and obviously you have to get a lot of things prepped. Have a little garden, running hoses over there, etc. Have to put all that stuff away. Have to have a space to put all of that. But overall, worth it. The snow is beautiful. Can go explore a little bit more. Few thoughts on having your own acreage, dealing with it in the winter. What about you? Do you have some space? You considering getting some space? What questions do you have? Make sure to leave those in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with content. Here's to life and fitness. Peace out.